Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles, the final episode with the Dialga Kyogre team. Dialga, Kyogre, Fairforn, Incineroar, Salamence, and Tapu Koko. Let's get started and play some games. So, I've been gone for a couple of days. The reason is I got some new lighting. And because if you have watched my previous videos, I always knew that the lighting, the webcam didn't look that great. It really didn't. I needed some upgrades, but when I got them, they're so bright. They are so bright. I had to change my webcam settings a lot. The main reason is obviously a bright white light just makes my face look pale, and it looked terrifying. So had to make some changes. I've been learning quite a few things about editing, like uh, webcam. Well, it's not really webcam. It's like photography, sort of. But basically, won't really go into much details. But basically, what I had to do, change quite a few settings. Had a few days to test. I'll probably be testing some more stuff. This is probably the best I could go for right now. Doesn't make my face like look too pale, but it makes the background look really dark for some reason. Even though like it's actually pretty lit, like well lit in here actually. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around with some settings later in the future. But otherwise, let's get into the team. The final episode with the Dialga team been doing super well, and if I remember right, it's been doing super well. Hopefully I remember right, but I believe we faced a lot of Ray Ogres, which this team does have a pretty good matchup against, assuming that the Rayquaza teams don't have like a really powerful fighting Pokemon, like a Pheromosa for instance. We have quite faced a few Pheromosas, I believe. I think one of them wasn't brought. But yeah, otherwise this team's been doing pretty well. It's taking a while to find our first game. I think we're just gonna cut it here. We'll be right back for the first game of today's episode. Alright, we got Alex from the United States. I don't know why it took so long to find the game. Looks like we got the team of Tapu Fini, Stakataka, Yveltal, the Shedinja, Groudon, and Lopunny. This is such a bad matchup. Oh man, it's such a bad matchup. You have a Groudon, Yveltal, with Shedinja Fini. Shedinja Fini is actually not that bad for this team. We have a Fairforn. We have Thunder on the Kyogre. We have Coco, which is actually pretty decent against my opponent's team and will be brought. I got to be cautious of the... what I got to be cautious of is the Yveltal as well as the Groudon, as well as the Lopunny, actually. So the Lopunny is actually a big threat because High Jump Kick is doing a massive amount of damage, as well as the potential for Ice Punch. Also gotta watch out for the Fini because most of the Finis run Scarf on these Shedinja teams. Should be, if it does have like a surprise like Ice Beam for instance, or just Moonblast in general, it's gonna be quite a big threat. So Coco is a really good lead here, I think. Coco and Incineroar just seems like a really solid lead here. There isn't much that could punish it other than Groudon. Not sure if you would lead Groudon here, and I could always switch back into Mence. We have a Kyogre, which we're gonna bring, as well as the Salamence. I gotta be cautious too, because I am bringing two ways to handle the Shedinja, which is my Incineroar and my Salamence, and both can easily get chipped. So, gotta be cautious of their HP. I actually really don't mind if there's a soak here into the Shedinja, because again, I run Thunder. I don't think you would bring this soak mode, but we'll see what my opponent decides to do. I don't think you bring Stack Attacker though, that's for sure. We're gonna see Lopunny, Tapu Fini come out. Let's see. Yeah, so this is actually a pretty good position. We get a I think this is a pretty good position actually, because now we get a Intimidate off into the Lopunny slot. We confirm it is Choice Scarf Tapu Fini, which is nice. I'm really scared of that Lopunny, however. There's Nature's Madness plays too. Oh boy, this could get really scary real fast. Could go for a Volt Switch here. I could go for a Gleam. Not really sure how much I like either of those plays realistically. Because I feel like Groudon could come in at any moment. So I think a safe play is just to Gleam here and actually just U-turn a Lopunny. Because I'm thinking there could be Madness too, and Icy Wind is definitely potential from a Scarfini. There's so many plays that could come out right here. So I'm super scared of what can be coming. But we're going to see the Fini switch out. Groudon? Yeah, Groudon coming out. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to fake out either, because literally fake out got no momentum there if the Lopunny just decided to fake out the Coco. and I fake out the Feeny, it's a dead turn. So there really wasn't any reason to fake out, in my opinion. You turn out, get Kyogre in is super nice here, because I get to fire off an Origin Pulse and do some massive damage to the team. I think Yveltal is going to be the last Pokemon on the field. So this is actually pretty good for us. We have a pretty solid momentum right now, and I'm hoping that we can drive that. So the Lopunny going to come out. Let's see. Just goes for the raw hard jump kick into the Kogo slot. Maybe my opponent thought I was going to switch out the Incineroar and Volt Switch. I don't know. The high jump kick just didn't make much sense here. I'm able to knock out the Lopunny. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. As well as I get to U-turn out. So that basically best turn possible. I didn't need the high jump kick miss. I actually would have preferred the Lopunny stay on the field because I don't think Dazzling would have knocked out the Lopunny, and I would have been in a great position. My opponent had no way to knock me out. Now my opponent gets a switch. But I think we're in a pretty decent position overall. So we get to bring the Kyogre in. Hit Yveltal comes in. Kogo's threatening it with the Z move. Since they usually run Z move on the Yveltal usually, so it should go down to my Twinkle Tackle. Yeah, we got a pretty solid momentum right now, so let's keep on driving that momentum. At least I don't have to worry about preserving like Incineroar, because Shedinja is not going to be a Pokemon. Yeah, so it's going to be the Yveltal on the back. The main question is, do I want to... I think Twinkle Tackle into Origin Pulse is fine. I pretty much just get a KO right here. Like, there's no way I don't get a KO, except maybe a safe Protect play from one of these Pokemon and a switch to the Feeny. But otherwise, there really isn't a reason not to just... I think Twinkle Tackle does more. I'm not sure if Thunder would be enough. But yeah, let's go for it. I'll risk it right here, because I'm pretty sure that this should be a safe play no matter what. Groudon going to protect, which is fine. Maybe my opponent expected the Salamence or Incineroar to come out. But, I mean, if I can trade a knockout right here, I could have got one, potentially two knockouts right here. I'll go for it. And this is definitely something I think that's worth going for. We will go for the Twinkle Tackle right here and see what my opponent decides to do. So, let's see. The question is what comes next afterward. I don't know if Tailwind's coming out, which could be a potential option. We do knock out the Yveltal. The game's going by really slowly. It's not just the frame rate on my computer. It's actually the frame rate of the 3DS too. Origin Pulse will go into the Protect of the Groudon. Feeny's going to come out. Misty Terrain's going to be activated. We know it's a Scarfini, so it has to lock into something. A Swagger could definitely be a potential option, so I got to be a little bit cautious of that. But otherwise, we should be in a fine position to just go for anything, really. I think Salamence should be able to win this game by itself, especially next to Kyogre in the rain, because Groudon can't touch it. So we'll go for a Volt Switch into Feeny, and I'm actually going to switch out my Kyogre here. Just go in Incineroar. It's very safe here, in my opinion. Yeah. Match is going to be forfeit. I think my opponent realizes, because there's not really one move you can lock him to Feeny that wins the game. Even if it's like something like Swagger, for instance, from the Groudon, I think we would have been fine there, because basically you Swagger there. You have to go for Precipice Blades. And then Salamence just switches in, get Tailwind up, Origin Pulse, finishes off the game. It really comes down to me hitting Origin Pulse. But even then, I think the Salamence could solo under the right conditions. So, yeah. I'm going to restart real quick, because I feel like the video's lagging. Alright, hopefully no more video lag. It looks already better after restarting my computer. I don't know what happened to my webcam. I can't tell if it's the same or not. It looks a bit different to me. It looks a bit brighter too. Looks a bit paler, but probably better than nothing. So yeah, we'll just continue on. Think that last game we were able to play pretty well. I don't know. I feel like we had... It was like I think an even matchup, even though Yveltal's actually super scared for my team with the Groudon. I think it was possible. Oh man, we got a mirror? No way. We got a Dialga Kyogre mirror. But why do you have a Pheromosa? No. Also, my team doesn't like opposing Dialga. We don't even have Earth Power. Oh, this is not going to be good. The good thing is my opponent only has two options for my... only has two options for my Ferrothorn. Flamethrower on the Dialga, if it has it, and Pheromosa. If I can take care of those Pokemon, we're pretty much good to go. Yeah, so what do I want to bring here? No Salamence for sure. Kyogre is decent. I think it's gonna be Ferrothorn, Cineroar, Kyogre, Dialga. It sounds so weak to the Pheromosa though. But I don't like my own Coco in this matchup because you got your own Coco. You got your Dialga and a Raichu, which is scary for me. I think I want to go Incineroar plus Ferrothorn first because I don't really see a way my opponent breaks through that immediately, other than maybe Pheromosa plus Kyogre, and then I'll have to pick one. But yeah, I think it's a fine lead. Definitely looks like a tougher matchup, but we'll see how this goes. Also, yeah, that is really pale. As you can see, I'm not exactly 100% set on lighting plus webcam effects, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to be messing around with it some more. But otherwise, let's just get started. Hopefully, it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely better than that dark room, I think, the dark room effect. And we're gonna see the Raichu plus the Dialga lead, which again, we don't know if there is a flamethrower. I really don't want to risk it. What's my switch in? My own Dialga is a fine switch in, I think. I want to scout for the Earth Power. I want to go for the U-turn in the Raichu, or Snarl is benefits too. I think Snarl is actually really good here. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go for my Dialga switch and a Snarl right here. You don't really see... There isn't really many things I want to switch in a Snarl for my opponent, other than maybe like the Pheromosa. Could ignore it, I guess, but I think that's fine. We'll see what my opponent decides to do, but I think the smart play is to go my Dialga here, scout for that flamethrower without risking like a Z move into the Ferrothorn and trying to paralyze it if my opponent doesn't have many answers to the Pokemon. We are going to see a fake out, target on the Incineroar, which is fine. Gets a critical hit. Annoying, not too bad. Roar going to come out. Okay, Roar Dialga. What? Gets my Kyogre in, which is not good for me, actually. That is not good for me. I gotta pick one to get paralyzed. It's either gonna be my Dialga or my Ferrothorn. I want my Dialga to get paralyzed because I feel like trying to break through Parafusion is really bad with Ferrothorn as my main answer to the Kyogre. So I think I'm gonna let Dialga. But if I don't get through, I think it's fine. I'm gonna Snarl here. I don't know what the Dialga is gonna try to do here though. Like I just don't get what the what you're trying to do here. Roar on the Dialga. Don't know what you're trying to roar out. Yeah, roar out the Ferrothorn. Maybe my opponent expected the switch. I don't get the roar play. Because I don't know what momentum it got. Just a regular Thunderbolt's fine too into the Dialga slot. We haven't seen a Z move yet. Smart though. Flash Cannon gonna come out too. Flash Cannon when I revealed all 3 of my Pokemon to... All 4 of my Pokemon resist Steel. And I already revealed all 4. Got a Snarl off, which is huge. So now Dialga's not doing any damage. I don't know what my opponent's doing. What's my opponent's rating again? I want to check. 1691. What do you do? Okay. Dragon Pulse to Dialga. I don't want to set up Trick Room yet. I'm going to U-turn to Raichu, which might be able to knock it out depending on the situation. Thunderbolt going to come out into the Dialga again. Maybe just chipping it down. Maybe my opponent didn't bring Pheromosa. What the heck? Okay, that's fun. Devastating Drake. I wonder if this is like Roar Time, Draco Meteor. A Devastating Drake. Okay, that's actually really cool. Those colors work so well with Dialga. Oh man. Oh man. Let's see. Targeting Dialga, which shouldn't KO. Unless you crit it, because it looks like you did crit. That wasn't a crit. I snarled the thing too. Okay, that has to be Roar Time. No way that's Draco Meteor. Has to be Roar Time. We knock out the Raichu, which is good. Getting rid of the Raichu is pretty positive. Still looking not great. Okay, I don't get this team at all. At least we know Pheromosa can't use a Z move, which is heavily positive in our favor, because that means I don't have to deal with Pheromosa Z, which I can't switch into at all with this team. We'll go Incineroar here because if Coco comes out, we get to find out. Pheromosa going to come out though, no surprise there. I wonder if it's Sash or not. I'm not really too scared of the Dialga, so should I just Snarl here? Very fake out the Pheromosa. I kind of want to Snarl here in case the Kyogre tries to come in. Because that kind of punishes the Kyogre on the Switch. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Snarl and Water Spout. Oh wait, I don't have Water Spout. Origin Pulse. Origin Pulse is fine though. I just want to try to punish switches, especially the Pheromosa if they don't carry Protect. Because I could fake out Origin Pulse if the Pheromosa doesn't have Protect, and if that is the case, I'd imagine switch out. But I don't know. My opponent has played very strangely. I mean, I guess chipping away at my Dialga makes sense because Kyra should be in the back, yeah. But I mean, it has to be Roar Time, right? There's no way it's not Roar Time. So it's Roar Time. Flash Cannon. I don't get the last move on the Dialga. I don't think it's Flamethrower because I feel like he would have revealed it turn 1. Pheromosa does reveal Protect, which is fine. We will go for Origin Pulse. Get some chip onto this Kyogre. Nope. Can we at least hit the Snarl so we can get some chip? Okay. Lower that special attack. Good, good, good. Not the worst case, I guess, now. Because we should live one move from the Pheromosa, and then we could maybe live one move from the Kyogre. I kind of wish we hit the Origin Pulse, though, because I'm not sure if Water Spout's still going to be powerful. Water Spout could potentially be powerful enough to knock out my Incineroar, especially if the Kyogre is faster. After a high jump kick. So Pheromosa is going to retreat, which is fine. Dialga is going to come out once again, which is acceptable for me. Yeah, it's acceptable. I could have won the Ferroform, but I didn't want to risk the high jump kick double up. It's fast on the Kyogre too, so that Origin Pulse miss could have been huge. Because I think we would have lived the Water Spout after the Snarl and the Origin Pulse damage. We'll get an Origin Pulse off into these Pokemon. Not bad damage, not bad at all. Actually, that did some really good damage. We'll bring up the Ferroform. I'm gonna Bulldoze Protect here because I kind of need to chip on the Dialga. Because if I can maybe force the situation against the Pheromosa, I could potentially win. But we'll see here. We're gonna see the Dialga Protect here, okay? Oh, double Protect. So you're scouting for a Protect from my side, which is smart. I don't think Thunder would knock out my opponent's Kyogre, which is the unfortunate part. So, is Thunder worth the play? I think going for the Ice Beam Freeze is the play. I'm going to power up Ice Beam. The problem is you're going to get a lot of damage from my Kyogre right here. Yeah, and there's not much I could do, so that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, Thunder. I think that's game, because I think you just double up my Kyogre. Oh, that did nothing. Oh yeah, because Snarl. Gets a Para too, which is unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure the Roar Time is going to come out. Yeah, it is Roar Time. That's helpful. That's helpful. We hit. Okay, maybe this game's not over yet. I think it comes down to some 50-50s. Pheromosa is going to come in, and now there are a bunch of options. So if it's not Life or Pheromosa, I should have one attack from the Pheromosa, right? The problem is if it's Sash and has Focus Blast, hits the Focus Blast, screwed then. Roar Time could come out from the Dialga. And Pheromosa could Protect. I could go for Protect a Kyogre and Gyro Ball the Pheromosa, but that loses if one Kyogre gets paralyzed too. I think I just gotta go for attacks, man. I'm just gonna go for the attacks. Protect, yeah. Oh, what I should have done was just Protect. Oh, double. Okay. That actually works out in my favor. That works out in my favor, actually. Yeah. Oh, video starting freezing it too. Not a good time. Alright. So the Origin Pulse fails on both. I've revealed Bulldoze already, but there's no reason not to go for Bulldoze again. So I'm gonna go for the Protect and just go for Bulldoze, because I don't think you're doubling up the Ferroform slot, if anything. And I don't think Flash Cannon into whatever the Pheromosa has could KO. So I think I might as well just go for it this turn and attempt it. So let's see. Focus Blast. Pharaoh avoids. Roar Time. Ah, my opponent actually doubled into. That is so risky right there. That was so risky. But luckily, my opponent went for inaccurate moves. This game could still... Actually, I wonder if I lived a Focus Blast. I kind of doubt. That Roar Time did so much too. Why is the video lagging? It is not my day today. Dialga goes down. Now we got to go for the Gyro Ball into Thunder. Comes down to a full para as well as a Focus Blast KOs. We'll find out if it does. I think even with Assault Vest, we should go down to the Focus Blast. Protect, doesn't matter. Maybe trying to scout for Protect from my Ferrothorn, but I think I already... Man, that Roar Time did a lot though, even with my Assault Vest. That's crazy. Well, that explains why I took so much from the Origin Pulse too, I guess. We also got really lucky with that Roar Time miss earlier into the Kyogre too. Let's see. Focus Blast. Okay. That's why we don't use this mon much. Thunder gonna be able to knock out the Pheromosa. That is good game. I actually really want to know if Focus Blast knocked out the Ferrothorn too. Because I actually really want to know that calc. Unfortunately, we'll never find out, I guess. Not the most optimally played game. There's obviously quite a few attack misses on my opponent's side. I mean, I'm just surprised that that Z move KO'd my Dialga at the range I was at. I was 60%. I'm like near max Spadef on the... Well, I'm not like max Spadef on the Dialga, but I have a lot, obviously. Tank, Xerneas, Moonblast +2. I'm like near max HP, near max Spadef. Like, I think I only have like 28 special attack EBs with... Or did I put them in defense? I don't remember with this team. And I have a modest nature on the Dialga, but it's still a lot of investment on the Dialga, and to think it would drop to a -1 Z move at that range, it had to be like modest max special attack on the Dialga. That's crazy, especially since Roar Time. That did a lot to the Ferrothorn. That did a lot. Also, that's the first time I think I've seen Roar Time's animation in Gen 7, so I'm not sure if anyone else has seen that, but that was pretty much a spectacle. I think the Devastating Drake was also probably a first for Dialga, but just a lot of surprise factors. Yeah, I just don't know what to expect. I mean, that was more like surprises all around. I'm not sure how well playing wise I could get around that, since I didn't know about the Z move, the Devastating Drake from the opponent side. I think the Snarl was really nice. I think the Origin Pulse miss, obviously, I think that the Incineroar would have survived that turn, and that would have been huge for us, because having a way to sack something to keep Ferrothorn alive for another turn would have been huge. But okay, just so I can get through this recording alive, because I don't want to restart my computer again, we're gonna be going 30 frames instead of 60. Hopefully it's not too big of a quality difference, but man, just today is not my day. It's not been my week with technical stuff. The it's just been a big pain recently. That is why I haven't been uploading, unfortunately, or streaming. It's because technical difficulties is a huge struggle. Gonna try to figure out how to fix this stuff. Even my webcam needs fixing again, because I don't know what happened to my settings. It obviously changed again. Luckily we find an opponent really quickly. Rayquaza, Xerneas, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Tapu Fini, and Shedinja. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna bring the Ferrothorn here for sure. We're bringing the Kyogre for sure. Dialga is a yes, and Incineroar is a yes. Yeah. Okay. I don't think you'd be bringing the Shedinja against my team. It makes no sense when I have Ferrothorn. Plus multiple ways to hit it in general, soaked or non-soaked. It'd actually be really cool to see the Fini though, if it does have soak. Actually, the Fini could be a threat, because even if like if it doesn't soak the Shedinja, it gets soaked the rest of my members, which means that the Rayquaza can hit Dialga with a Dragon Scent. That would be pretty strong. So there are quite a few things actually. We will go to Dialga and Incineroar mode. I think it's just safe. Ferrothorn in the back with Kyogre. We'll see how this goes. I do kind of want to bring Coco in this, but I don't think Coco is absolutely necessary here. Because I'm not really worried about the Phoenix Shedinja. Coco, I guess, could help against the Ray, but otherwise, and the Amoonguss. But I feel like Incineroar's Intimidate is actually pretty good, especially since I feel like I do need Intimidate to deal with the Rayquaza. Rayquaza is a very scary mon. Dragonite is going to do a lot of damage in general. I'm going to need Kyogre to help protect my Ferrothorn. That is definitely for sure. And then, yeah, it's just going to come down to, can I handle the Xerneas as well as take the things around the Xerneas first. So it's just going to come down to it. I had to plan accordingly, so I don't know which method, but if I can either get rid of the Xerneas early or get rid of the things around the Xerneas early, should be a good sign to go. So we're going to see the Incineroar plus the Xerneas lead here. Even though Fake Out doesn't get much momentum, I feel like, no, Fake Out the Xerneas is the best play here. Yeah. Fake Out the Xerneas is the correct play here. 100%, yes. I'm going to go for the Trick Room and the Fake Out, even if there's a switch from my opponent's side. I don't think it's too big of a deal because I don't think there's like a big switch that could hit Dialga for super hard other than the Ray. And even if the Ray comes out, it's not too bad. I could U-turn out, Trick Room. My opponent can't knock out the Dialga in one hit. So I think we'll still be fine regardless. So Xerneas going to swap out. Amoonguss? No, Ray coming back in. Okay. Not too big of a deal. And U-turn? No, just Fake Out. Okay. So we are going to see that Rayquaza come in. We still don't know what kind of Rayquaza set it is, though. But if I can get rid of Rayquaza, I'm in a really good spot with my Amoonguss. I mean, not Amoonguss, my Ferrothorn. So I think I'm just going to Dragon Pulse the Rayquaza here. And U-turn out the Incineroar slot. Because I don't know if the Rayquaza is Protector or not. I don't want to run into it. We're going to see the Rayquaza Mega Evolve. Might go for Nerf Power. So in a sense, I don't think it would be. Life Orb Bird Power is not going to knock out my Dialga at the range it's at, so completely okay with that. Let's see what my opponent has. Gonna be the Dragon Send into the Incineroar, because if this is banded, like if this isn't anything other than Assault Vest, even if Incineroar goes down, I get the KO onto Rayquaza, which is absolutely huge. Yeah, it looks like it's choice banded. So getting rid of this Rayquaza, completely okay by me. I believe even, yeah, like Dragon Pulse should get the KO on Rayquaza. It's -1. That has to be banded. Yeah, okay. So we knock out Rayquaza. I'll definitely take that trade. Getting rid of Rayquaza is huge there. But I do not mind that at all. U-turn going to come out from my opponent. So let's see. That also gets rid of the Weather. So that means my opponent can no longer make the play of switching into Incineroar. Flare blitzing my Ferrothorn and switching into Ray, so that's pretty good there. Xerneas going to come out, Incineroar's going to come out for the other slot. I go Kyogre here 100%. I get up Trick Room, go for the Origin Pulse. I'll take a trade no matter what. Because if I do get rid of this Incineroar, I just win the game with my Ferrothorn. And if I get Trick Room up, the Xerneas isn't doing that much to me. I wonder if it's Z-move on the Xerneas style. That is like the one concern I do have. I mean Z-move on the Incineroar. Because a Z-move on actually, what would have the Z-move? Shedinja wouldn't have the Z-move. They don't run Ghostium. I think we have encountered the Ghostium before, but they really shouldn't run Ghostium. Feeny, probably not the Z-move. Although, potential. I could see it being like a Tapunium on this team. And Amoonguss is definitely not going to be the Z-move. Okay, so it probably is the Incineroar. I'm going to want to get a Flash Cannon off then into... I don't want to get Trick Room up. Because if I get Trick Room up and the Incineroar just Z-moves, that's a problem. I think it's just better to go for a Flash Cannon into the Xerneas slot and an Origin Pulse. Or maybe it's just better to... Actually, if it is Z-move, might be better just to go Ferrothorn here and Origin Pulse. Yeah, I think that's the better play, actually. So we'll get Ferrothorn in. Incineroar is going to fake it. Probably my Kyogre. Yeah, which is fine still. Geomance is going to come up, but as long as my opponent's not in a position where you can Malicious Moonsault plus Moonblast my Incineroar, I feel like I'm in a completely okay spot. Because that was the main problem with every other game plan I saw. If I went for Flash Cannon Xerneas, then my opponent could potentially just go for a Gleam or Moonblast, get a lot of chip. I can't KO the Xerneas immediately, could play defensively around it. I feel like I'd be in a really dumb spot. So the reason I want to bring Fairforn in now is because, yes, my opponent got Fake Out damage, but I shouldn't be in Moonblast range yet. And you had to switch out the Incineroar. If it's AV, it's not really even a threat on the Incineroar slot. So, and I'd get the KO on Xerneas because he would have to Moonblast here if anything. We're going to see the Incineroar switch out, no problem. Into the Shedinja. Oh, Shedinja reveals itself. I think it's Ally Switch. Oh, what if it's Ally Switch? We're going to play that game, aren't we? Also, if we lose Fairform, we lose to Shedinja. I didn't actually think Shedinja would route here. I'm gonna predict the Ally Switch. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna Origin Pulse and Gyro Ball because like Incineroar could come in too for the Shedinja slot, like a switch to Incineroar. So yeah. So I think Origin Pulse should be able to knock out the Incineroar naturally, and then Gyro Ball should be redirected to Xerneas, and that should be the game. Unless it's just a no Z move on this team, which I could very much respect. So. Let's see here. Or a Moonblast special attack drop, which I hope I'm not jinxing myself here. Because that would be bad. Okay. Oh, that's not good. I guess if I Jarballed into Xerneas, it would have been fine too. But my playmate, I think, just covered the Incineroar slot just fine too. That's just so annoying. You might even just... No, I think I lose here. I think you just Z into... Your play should be just a Z into Kyogre and Gleam here. Then I can't... Yeah. Unless you're going to fake out the Fairfront, which I don't think is the play. Fake out going to be... It is going to be in the Fairfront though. I thought my opponent would just Gleam and Z into Kyogre. Because if you get rid of my Kyogre there, you could... even if Xerneas goes down, you bring in Shed. And then I can't KO the Incineroar. You get a Flare Blitz off into Fairfront. And then Shed just wins. Maybe my opponent is just in case I have Flamethrower, which is, I guess, respectable. I'm going to have to go for a double protect with Kyogre. And my opponent could still play around. Like, there's so much that's just... man. I also can't even confirm the Incineroar. I'm pretty sure it's Z. And I failed the double protect. I wouldn't need a double protect, because if I got the double protect, your Flare Blitz fizzles out. Actually, you probably just Z here. Yeah, I think I just lost anyway. Now you Flare Blitz. Oh, man. I can't even I want to confirm the Incineroar's item. I do. So I'm going to just play, even though I know I can't win this. I want to find out this Incineroar what the item is. Because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Assault Vest. I'm very confident. Okay, if it's Assault Vest, literally probably didn't matter. Except maybe I could have got the double protect. But if it's just a Z move like I'm suspecting, I literally had to win. My opponent might also just switch on a Shedinja. But we'll see. Or I might not. I might just go down to the Moonblast. There are multiple possibilities here. I just want to find out this Incineroar item. Moonblast. Can't even catch a break. Alright. Unfortunately, that's going to be how the last battle of the team's going to go. Even though, yes, I could have Gyro Ball to Xerneas, I think my play made a lot of sense. Because I don't think my opponent would stay in with Shedinja just to attack there. Because then you could potentially just lose your Xerneas. I think just covering multiple options, which were the Incineroar coming in, which it did, because Origin Pulse should be able to knock out Incineroar, unless it's Assault Vest, again. But I'm pretty sure it would be Z-move on the Incineroar, because we didn't see a Z-move on the rest of the team, and I want to assume you have Z-move to deal with Lunala, which could be a really big threat to your team. If it is Assault Vest, again, the only thing that mattered was not getting the double protect, but the two plays I thought my opponent would do, Ally Switch was one of them, and then the Incineroar play. I didn't think you would stay in with the Shedinja, go for the Ghost move, because, one, I just Gyro Ball to Xerneas, your entire game plan goes out the window, and it's not a safe play anyway. And 2. Yeah, I was really expecting the Incineroar or the Ally Switch. It was just 1 to 2, and I felt like the place covered it. But unfortunately, Origin Pulse, not exactly the greatest move. We do fail, so I believe we went 2-1 in this live. Can't really tell because like it's been like an hour and a half trying to record this video because of all the restarting stuff that happened with this computer. So I think that will be the last battle with the Dialga team. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did like this video, please leave a like down below. It shows your support. So you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, as well as leave a comment and a like down below, as well as check out my social media. You can always feel free to share this video as well, as it really does support me. If you want to go that extra mile to support me, there is my Patreon page that you can check out, as well as my Twitch channel, which I highly recommend go check it out. But otherwise, if you do want to try out the team, there is a paste bin of the team down below in the description if you do want to go try it out. I think this team did pretty well overall. We'll be moving on to the next team in the next episode, so look forward to it. Otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again. I'll catch y'all later.